are high voltage elections clearly. Tripura is set to face its election, and this, remember, is year's first election battle for assembly and of course the road to 2024. Preparations have been made. Of course, the hope for a fair and free election to the 60-member Tripura Assembly. 259 candidates are in the fray. There are checks that are being done before the ballots are officially opened to the voters. Voting will be held under tight security, and the counting for this election will be done on 2nd March. What you're looking at are the candidates in the parties in the fray. A triangular contest, ruling Bharatiya Janata Party, anti-incumbency that it is facing. It faces off with the left parties, the Congress, as well as you can see regional player Tipra Motha on the other hand, which comes from the erstwhile royal family of Tripura. So let's go on the ground quickly, because in Agartala is my colleague Milan Sharma, who's from Delhi, now in Tripura for the elections this time. Milan, how are you looking at the checks that have been done of the ballots? Is there queue already? It's so exciting because always who is the first to cast vote clearly shows their own enthusiasm to participate too. What are you picking up?
Well, good morning, Pooja. And isn't it amazing that, this is the start to the year and we are here in Agartala, in Tripura, where elections are taking place. And of course, as you mentioned, this is not just the start to 2024. We are quite some time away from that, but a start to 2023 as well. That's going to witness a lot of high battle elections this year. But I want to show you that voter lines have already queued. Voters are already queued outside the polling stations, and there are women voters as well who've come out in the morning to vote. Of course, we've been talking about the high-stake battle for BJP. Will BJP be able to thwart the anti-incumbency? But I want to talk to women about what their issues are in Agartala. Ma'am, what is your voters' issue? Don't tell me the party's name, don't tell me the candidate's name, but what do women want to vote for this time?
First of all, I want to say issue is development.
Okay.
And we follow at the same time anti-corruption.
Anti-corruption.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
These are the main issues.
Development is a major issue for women. आपसे पूछ सकते हैं आपके लिए क्या मुद्दा है चुनाव का, वोट देने का?
वही हम लोग ये चाहते हैं डेवलपमेंट
एजुकेशन अच्छा होना चाहिए,
एजुकेशन
अच्छा होना चाहिए और
सेफ्टी, लॉ एंड ऑर्डर,
यस यस ये ऑफ कोर्स, एंड शांति का वातावरण भी रहना चाहिए,
शांति का वातावरण।
हाँ हाँ, महिला की तरफ, महिला की ओर से एक्स्ट्रा ज्यादा ध्यान देना।
आप लोग सुबह सुबह आ गए हैं वोट करने के लिए, सबसे पहला काम ये करेंगे, आज वोट करेंगे?
एक्चुअली हर कोई का खुद का एक रूटीन होता है ना, एक ही हम सोच लिया कि सुबह सुबह वोट देंगे तो बाद में निश्चित हो जाएगा, हम विल बी श्योर, एंड देन आफ्टर देन another part of our family work.
All right. Pooja, of course, women want to make sure that they come out to vote first. And of course, it's wee hours of the morning here. Polling is already witnessing queues of men and women who are ready and in line to vote right now. But of course, you heard these women, women's safety, law and order, development in the state of Tripura is very important to women. Of course, we know that it's a battle between many parties in this state. It's
Milan,
not
try
just,
and get more voices. Go ahead, because the women, as we heard, have a lot of multitasking schedule. You do the vote, then you have to do the ghar ka kaam also and other things. What do the men, for example, have to say? Do you see any young faces, perhaps in the early 20s? Go look around if someone's willing to speak. Of course, we don't want to know who they're voting for, but why.
No, absolutely. Yes. Yes, of course. I'll also try to get in a word with some of the men here who have also queued up this morning for the poll battle, and I'm going to speak to a few. Sir, आप लोग भी सुबह early morning vote करने के लिए आए हैं. मुझे पार्टी का नाम और कैंडिडेट का नाम नहीं बताइएगा, लेकिन आप लोगों के लिए मुद्दा क्या है इस चुनाव में त्रिपुरा में?
त्रिपुरा में चुनाव पहले सब जनगण त्रिपुरा जन शांति चाहते हैं. अच्छा. शांति के लिए वोट देना, यहाँ पर आज सब लोग यहाँ पर आया है. शांति होगा सब ठीक होगा. अच्छा. शांति और शांति होगा तो सब एजुकेशन, नारी शिशु का जो भी काज शांति होना चाहिए, सब काज हो जाएगा. नारी सुरक्षा भी होना चाहिए, सब
शांति में चाहिए.
शांति चाहिए.
हाँ,
हम लोग शांति चाहिए वोट देने के लिए. वो शांति ठीक
ठीक ठाक होने चाहिए वोट देने के लिए। फिर भी वोट देने के बाद जो भी आएगा और हमारे लिए देश के लिए शांति मिल जाएगा।
So, Pooja, getting a sense that people are very serious about peace and law and order within the state of Tripura, and especially after last night's incident, of course, we are looking at a peaceful polling that should happen, but in Bishalgarh area, there was already attempts to create panic among the voters with bombings that have taken place and the incident that has been taken into cognizance by the state police as well. And as I was mentioning, that Congress and left this time have allied together in the state of Tripura. Of course, you know, not losing out big last time as well, as the BJP was able to bag 36 seats, the overall electorate of 60 seats, which kind of talks about the voter sentiment in Tripura, Agartala also, and in adjoining areas of the state as well, because people here want to understand what BJP can bring now in terms of development. Of course, the Tipra Motha party and its chief, Pradyot Deb Barma, could be a kingmaker when it comes to talking about the issues of the
keep tracking the latest. So what you said is very
people,
interesting, because we want to keep getting the
hold
voices of some of the parties as well. But and you know, keep talking, and when I come to you in a short while, what Milan is getting us is very interesting. People in the cities may think it's very unusual to hear of peace, but for a state like Tripura, and when you have a bombing on the day of the voting, peace, security is on top of the mind for any voter. So it remains to be seen who they vote for.